So this is the Euro USD analysis for Thursday the 28th of September. And yeah, let's just have a look what's actually happened. So let's have a look on the 27th. Well, price has continued its downward momentum to test and break the 1770 level, which I have identified before. It did not bounce there, it's just continued downwards. On yesterday's analysis, I did point out 1720 potentially being a bouncing spot, but also 1700. So, but eventually I decided to place my support at 1710. Now let's just have a look what it was that I was looking at for, I think it was a 4-hour chart, was it? Yes, I think it was a 4-hour chart, this moving average here. But let's, no, it might have been even a higher time frame than that actually. No, it wasn't the monthly. Let's just get this right. Yes, it's a weekly time frame, that's right. The weekly time frame, and I was looking at this 200 period moving average here in blue. I identified that it would be around 1720, and I did have a look at the daily chart, and I saw the this area of consolidation around here, around 17, and eventually settled on 1710. What we've seen is go back down to the hourly. Price come down to the 1720 where that weekly 200 period moving average is, and we have bounced off there, have not come quite down to the 1710. We've gone all the way back up from 1720 to test the 1770, which was previously support over here, and we do appear to be selling back off from 1770. We have this big wick here and price not breaching 1770 again. So if we have a look at the weekly open, this week was at 1900, but I was using 1910 as my weekly pivot. We are still well below that, and as we continue to remain below that, I remain bearish until we go down to support and have a meaningful change in trend. In a sense, I'd probably like to see a couple of candles close above, in light of the strength of this trend, a couple of candles close above this moving average here in red. Until then, I will continue to remain bearish. Now, what we see at present is prices come up. It's come back. It's pulled back a bit. These small candles can go one of a couple of ways. At the moment, we're in a period where markets are closed. I think we're during the Wellington session, which is the New Zealand session. So there tends not to be a lot of momentum and movement. Also, we're not during the European session and the US session, where we tend to have a lot of volatility. Usually when I see a pattern similar to this, where we've had price come up, pulled back, we've had smaller candles. If I did see a green candle that closed bullish, and say it was the size of this candle here, the 4 p.m. open on 27th, I did see close bullish. I would take that as being a sign of a higher low. So I'd take down there as being low, that being a higher low, and see it as a kind of bull flag for a continuation to the upside. Now, if I to possibly say 1830. Now, as we are during a period of low volatility, I'm not really much into it, especially as this isn't a currency pair which tends to have a lot of volatility during the Asian session, or the Asian crossover from the US session to the Asian session. So euro dollar, I still remain bearish. Let's just have a look at it on the other time frames. 1910 being the monthly open. Also, as you can see, we've come up to the highs at 2092, and we are currently trading below the open of the previous month. And so on a monthly time frame, in regards to the monthly open, we are bearish. On the weekly, we are bearish as well. So we've got a lot of bearish momentum for me. So I would be looking at possible shorts down to the 1710 level identified. So a retest of 1720 is likely. Then below that, if price does continue 1612, it does seem quite a bit away, 1612, but I suppose we are within range of it. Now we do have 2 days to the end of the week, and let's just have a look here if I can get my calendar to come out. No, wrong calendar. Let's just see. I need my tablet calendar to come out, and instead I'm getting TradingView's calendar for some reason, which isn't good. Okay, yeah, we're near the end of the month, so I don't really expect prices to go all the way down to 1612 by the end of the week, unless there is some pretty big fundamental changes to either the euro or the USD. So to just wrap up, I do remain bearish, but I do bear in mind that we are approaching the end of the month, the end of the week. So a counter move is likely in the short term on the euro USD. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.